Hey there, my name is Fadi. I am a well-being consultant, a fitness expert, and ex-lawyer. And today, in this podcast, I will share a lot of things and secrets about my personal life, about my journey, about my business, my failures and successes. I hope you stay here and watch till the end. Enjoy this one. Thank you.
Hi, Fadi. I'm so happy to have you here today in our studio.
Hello, Anastasia. How are you doing?
Great.
Great. I'm happy to be with you here today.
That's perfect. I'm so happy because your life story is truly inspiring. And there are so many people who are looking for motivation. And, they find themselves in very difficult life situations. I think that you can show them the way.
Actually, it's a long story. And I don't really believe in motivation because motivation is impulsive. So it comes and goes. But what I truly believe in is consistency. When I have a goal, I set a goal, I work on it, and I keep going no matter what. Yes, I might go slow, I might go fast, but I keep going at the same direction.
That's perfect. Fadi, can you please tell a little bit to our audience about yourself?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Okay, first of all, my name is Fadi. I'm from Syria, from Damascus, was born in Damascus. I was raised there and I spent like a golden 29 years with the ups and downs with my family, my friends, in my schools and everything. Everything like just standard, like in any other country. I was working as a lawyer there. I used to work as a lawyer for the Embassy of the Philippines. I had my own law firm, lot of cases in a very short time. At the same time, and even before I became a lawyer, I was running a family business. We started somewhere and then we grew it up. So, it became very, very, and not very big actually, but it became bigger by time. So I was doing two things at that time. And at the same time, for sure, I was taking care of myself, of my body. So I was working out since I was 18. And this is how it started everything. The family business I was running, it was for my father. And he is my mentor and he's my first teacher. So he has a big role like in my, he did a lot to help me to become the person who I am today.
That's great. This is such a rare thing to hear nowadays. Very, very nice. I understand that that's been a very long journey because you started as a lawyer and now you are a wellness trainer, right? Can you please tell me what does it mean, wellness? What is it about?
Right now, what I'm doing is like I'm a wellness trainer. At the same time, also I'm a wellness consultant. So I do two things at a time. So I help corporates as a consultant and I help people, individuals. I will tell you later how I help them through my coaching. So being well, first of all, it's about being without any disease. You are well, that means you don't have any disease. But you become really well when you are living in balance. So you are like, let's say there is a circle of life. So once, let's say you are balanced in all of them, the wheel of life, once you are balanced in all of them, if you are having, like, let's say 50% you are achieving good at work, 50% you are good with your family, 50% you are taking care of your health and you're doing fine, and you are like following up with everything in balance, then you are well. So what I do right now and what I advocate is helping people to live in balance. And because once you live in balance, you are well. For example, I'll give you an example. I'll give you many examples. Let's take the people who are in corporate. Find someone who is the best achiever. He spent 12 hours at work and he gets all the rewards and he's promoted every time or she's promoted every time. However, he doesn't have time for his family or for his friends or to work out. So that means he's getting 100 or 110% at work on his professional side, but on his social side or emotional side or physical side, he's getting like 10, 15%. So do you think he will continue to grow in the corporate life? Never. So this is it. So if you are like equal in everything, you can keep going. And this is how this is a sustainable solution. But if you are excelling in one of them and not taking care of the rest, this is not sustainable. At some point, you're going to burn out and you're going to fail.
That's it. I see. Well, looks like this is pretty new trend, right? When
Yes.
did it appear? Or when did it become more popular?
This is actually something recent and not very recent. It's been like 10 years people talking about well-being and wellness and even more. But it became very trendy, and it's now really demanded especially by corporate, especially after COVID, because people after COVID started taking care and mentioning more the emotional well-being. A lot of people, they had some issues with their mental or emotional well-being because of being isolated at home, because of changing the lifestyle, and sometimes sitting with the family for a long time, or even with the kids, without schools. And this is really sometimes affecting the mental well-being, or maybe staying away from the corporate, or being remotely, or not interacting with a human being in real life. This all affects the mental well-being. So people or companies, they start really advocating more the mental and emotional well-being lot after COVID.
This is pretty interesting that you are now focusing on well-being and advocating physical activity, well-balanced lifestyle, and so on, because it helped you several times in your life. Is it right?
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
So now we're going to talk about you. I would like to know the full story of your life, because I know it was full of adventure, ups and downs, and you have a lot to share.
Yes.
So let's start with the very beginning. Tell me about your family, about your childhood. What were your dreams?
I am the elder son of 4 children. I have one brother, one younger brother, 2 younger sisters. They are in different countries right now. My parents are like self-made parents. My father is a businessman. He used to have a good business. He changed his career like me, not his career, his type of business, like 3 times maybe. And my parents are type of parents who really my dad and mom, they share a lot of things, but are different in 2 ways. Like my dad, he really focuses on growing the man inside me and putting me with adversity sometimes, or challenges sometimes. Let's say challenges. This is the right word. And my mom really wanted me to take care of my education and become someone well educated, get your certification, get your bachelor degree, and go do the business you want. I don't care. But you have to get this one because this is your weapon against adversity. And she really had a point. I started being the shadow of my father since I was 3 years old. I was always accompanying him wherever he goes. It was a big hustle for him, because having a child beside you when you go to meet your friends or something is not something very pleasant all the times. But it gave me a lot of opportunities to understand how the world is running in real life. And this helped me a lot to become the man who I am today. So I was shadowing him. I was going with him to work, some business meetings. I'm not talking about 3 years old, maybe a little bit older. Attending some or hearing some, being there when there is some negotiation about business. And he spoils me sometimes at work when I'm with him. I mean, in his office or something. So that was a good point to start with. And it was all going side by side with my education at school, and then in the secondary school, and then in the university. So my dad, I describe him, he's my first mentor, he's my first friend and the best friend. So I learned a lot from him, and I stayed beside him till I left Syria in April 30, 2013.
You wanted to start a business yourself already at that age, right? So you understood that you have the business mind.
Yeah, that's a good story, because in summer, my mother and father, they wanted me to stay active and be productive in summer. So I was not like just all the kids like playing and spending time and playing football. I was doing this, yes, but that was not the majority of my time. The focus is to do two things. First of all, to learn languages, because in my country, at my age, when I was at that age, they used to start teaching you in schools, English in schools when you are only 11. They don't teach you earlier. So my parents wanted me to speak English earlier. So because English is a good language and a very important language, and it will give you opportunities wherever you go. And it's a business language. This is one of the things that were always like knocking my head. It's something good for business. So the second thing that were pushing me to do, or like advising me to do, is to spend time doing something productive. For example, I was sometimes when I was going I was going in summer to my grandfather's factory and outlet in Aleppo. The grandfather from my mother's side. So they used to produce furniture and selling it to like newly married people. They have big outlet in the old city in Aleppo. So I used to work with them, with the workers, with the people who work there, and they're like using the hammer and putting the nails under the hammer and doing the things and meeting some customers and like this to get some tips. And I was sharing the tips with these people, with these workers. When I was in Damascus, I was spending my time with my father, learning this and learning that. And then when I became 11, he told me that I want you this year to start your own business. You need whatever you have savings. What did you save during Eid and like this? I said this amount. Okay, I will sell you these goods, and you will sell them. Actually, there are some cables for audio and video and these things that were very trendy before these wireless solutions now. So I was going to his customers myself. And I had a partner as well. So he's the son of my father's friend. And we're selling goods. I remember my friend was hesitating to go to clients and offer the goods. He was very shy. And I didn't feel shy because my dad once told me that you don't have to be shy because you are working for you, and even for whoever you work for, you are doing business. You are not like to say asking for money only. So you are selling goods. If they want to buy, that's fine. If they don't want to buy, that's also fine. So he like implanted this idea in my head, and I was I'm never hesitating to go and knock any door and sell any item or negotiate or ask for any business deal. So I was selling these goods and I made good profit. And I remember everyone was laughing at me. I was so happy when I made my first maybe $500 or no, $200 during the whole summer, and everyone was laughing at me and was very happy, like it had a big achievement. And I remember my first sale, I was 11 years old, and this guy, by the way, he's still my friend. He's in Damascus. I sold him. This is my first ever sale. So I met him, I sold him these cables and like this, and I came out. My father was waiting for me. I was raising my hands. I did it. Yeah. I still now, my father still reminds me about it. So that was my first company, $200 for the whole summer. It was very good. Yes, it was very good. Actually, I was very happy about it. I'm still happy about it. Yeah, still excited. Yeah.
That was a very good beginning. You had your happy life with your family and your small business. What challenges did you have at that time? What lessons did you have to learn the hard way?
I learned a lot of lessons, actually. I can't remember how many. But first lesson, I remember the first slap on the face was when I was like 10 years old, even before, or 9 years old. I can't remember exactly which year, how old I was. But I remember my dad, we were just living very good and everything was fine. I never asked for anything and he didn't get me. Everything was just like la vie en rose. Everything was very perfect. And I remember one day he said, he came back and he said, told him, what is the car? I didn't find it outside. He said, I sold the car. I said, why? He said, I just had to sell it. I will buy another one later. He didn't explain anything. I kept digging because this is my way. I'm very curious. I kept digging after this. So I came to know that he used to have a partner. He's a very close friend, actually. And this partner was just spending the company's money on his personal issues, buying property or something. And my dad, he didn't know because they have different branches. He was managing the bigger one. So he put them in trouble with people, and this was very bad for their reputation if kept going, if they don't pay on time. So my father had to sell his own car to pay the debt of the company, to survive his own reputation and the company's reputation. So that was very important for me, actually, because I learned how important it is to take care of your own reputation, and how important is your integrity, because this is another weapon that you use later and another backup. And actually, this helped me a lot in my life later on when I needed some backup or some push from someone. When I have good relation, I have much mutual trust. It helped me a lot to proceed and excel and have bigger business opportunities because of the trust of the people around me. So that was the first lesson, the early one.
Very, very hard way to learn, because your father had to sell the family car. Yeah, it was the first betrayal, but now you are the man of honesty, because I already know that there will be some other situations that you will share with us today, and so the honesty was one of the core values that helped you, that guide you throughout the whole path. Okay. You keep learning throughout all your life. You studied at law school, right? How was it like? You've been a teenager, you just wanted to play football, and you needed to do business and studying and sports at the same time. How did you manage to do all?
Hala, that was not a big thing, actually, because I don't know, maybe when we were young, I was feeling that the day is way longer than now. Everything like has a bigger span. Right now, everything is short, and I don't know how everything is passing very quickly. But anyway, yes, I was like having some fun with friends. I was the best in my school, always like number one in my school. I used to learn English in summer. I used to work with my father or help him in summer to make some money or to stay productive. But I kept learning, especially that the worst, or not the worst, actually, the most challenging part was in college or last year of school. In my last year in the secondary school, I was planning to go to China for the first time. Since I was 15 till I was 17, we were selling goods that we buy from the local market or we import from Dubai. Like in a very small, not very small scale, it was a good scale. So we wanted to grow the business more. So the best plan was to go to China. And I had someone who motivated my father to send me to China when I'm still 18. He told him, yeah, don't worry, send him there. I will take care of him or something. And he didn't take care of him. He just cheated us. And so it was another hard lesson. But it was a challenging part because when I was my last year, at my last year in secondary school, I had to change priorities. My mind was like blowing, like I'm going to China, I'm doing business, I'm making money, and like this. And I was talking to Chinese people through MSN Messenger all the time, and Skype. There was no these different messages that we have now or emails. So I was using the fax and these fax machines. So I was not focusing a lot on my studies. And I was always like, there is a fight inside me and around me. So inside me, I was always number one in school. And now I'm not number one anymore. I feel bad for myself. And I'm very afraid of the last year, because last year will decide and determine to which college you're going to go. And another fight around me is my father and mother. Father said that I'm a superman, I'm a multitasker, I can still go do business, and I will still succeed because I'm so good at school. And this didn't happen properly. And my mother, she wanted me only to focus on school and to stay at home all the time to study, because in our country, the last year of secondary school is very hard. It's very hard. And it really determines your future, to which college you're going to go, because based on your marks, you're going to choose your college. So if you want to be an engineer, if you don't have enough marks, you cannot go to be medicine. Yeah. To become a doctor. Yeah. And the least, the college that really accepts many people with no limits, this is the law school. Yeah, so I was lucky to have enough marks to go to law school. So this helped me. My destiny actually led me to go to law school without any previous
Destiny.
planning.
You spent like hours preparing for exam and you talk about destiny. It's not destiny, it's hard work.
Yeah, but believe me, everything I did, yes, I will tell you one of my beliefs. I work a lot. I have a big, and my slogan is the harder I work, the luckier I get. But still, I can see destiny is I'm pushing as much as possible, but still God and destiny, Allah and destiny will send me somewhere where it's better for me. For example, I wanted to be a doctor at that time, but I'm not happy. I would never be happy if I become a doctor. I'm not someone who really wanted to spend 6-7 years studying in the college before being productive. And I think Allah and my destiny sent me to somewhere where I can still handle two things at the same time, because in law school, you don't have to attend. We were just like reading lectures, memorizing everything. And also, I don't have to be in the college and the law school all the time. I just go there for a few lectures to meet some friends if I have to, or for exams only. This was like a freelance college. That was that was very convenient for me and for my goal at that time. And it helped me a lot to grow. And it helped me a lot actually in business later on. Because, yes, because when I became a lawyer, I became very familiar with all the laws. And I was very like strong and like solid before anything that is facing me, like, or anyone who is like trying to betrayal me, tell me this is right, this is wrong, this is the law. No, I know exactly how the law goes. Yeah, I know better, and I will sue you if you don't do this, if you don't do that. So it helped me a lot actually to make my business stronger and to become very confident.
What is your secret to be so persistent and consistent? Because it is not easy to manage two very different things, to work as a lawyer and to run a business importing goods from China. It's like two different planets.
Yes. Two different planets. First of all, in my family, it's rooted to be consistent. I mean, when I was sleeping late, I'm not waking up early, my mother gave me a quote about consistency. When I am like feeling weak sometimes or not feeling myself or things are not going my way, my dad is still telling me every time I call him now, you keep doing what you have to do and God will send you the right thing and God will reward you and it will pay off. It's always like this. So it's rooted in me, it's rooted in my family, and this is one of my core beliefs. Yeah, this is very important for me. And this actually what helped me also to become, let's say, a good idol or like a good someone good in fitness, because fitness is very similar to anything in life. It's consistency, because you go to the gym today, you wake up at 6, you say, I will go to the gym because this is my only time, but you are sure that you're not going to see the result today or even next week. You're going to see the result maybe after 1 month or after 2 months or next year. So this is exactly what you do in business or in life or anything that is challenging you. You keep doing what you have to do and you keep doing it, but you know that there is a reward at the end of the way. So once you reach there, you're going to be rewarded, but you have to reach there. You cannot say, oh, I don't see the result. Yes, you're not going to see the result. I mean, if somebody wants to lose like 10 kilos of fat and he's going to the gym like for 1 or 2 months, he's not going to lose something he gained for 10 years or 15 years in 1 month or 2 months. You have to be consistent. You have to dedicate time and effort and to take it really needs a strong will to become who you want to become in fitness or in anything else. That's why people who really practice fitness or any type of sports that really needs consistency, they excel in different areas and sectors in life. They are not good only in fitness.
Yes, I see. So it looks like the gym can really teach you consistency and how to achieve more goals in your life. That's great. Talking about the gym, how did you start practicing fitness? How did you find out yourself in gym?
This is a story. This is, I don't know, maybe it's a funny story. I have a friend, his name is Rami. Now he's in Brazil. He's a good friend of mine. At that age, when I was 18, we used to be very close. His father is also a businessman, and they practice similar type of business, similar to ours. So I was meeting him like every day, every other day. And then Rami, he's my age. Then Rami, all of the sudden, he became like, he have bigger muscles and he become better and like this. And I was jealous. I mean, Rami, what are you doing? Are you taking supplements or protein or something? This is what we used to know before. If you take supplements or creatine or something, you're going to become strong. And this is nothing. But he said, no, I'm going to the gym. I say, which gym? I like this. And then I told my father, I want to go to the gym. My father said, no. Gym in my country at that time was not very popular. And people who used to go to the gym in my father's age were not the best people, like in quality. So he was telling me, no, it's not good for you. You will meet some people that we are not similar to us. And that time, because in his age, that was the image of people going to the gym in my country. So I said, no, I will go. Look at Rami. Rami is a good guy and you know him and you know his father. I will go with him. Say, okay, fine, go with him. And then I went with him to the gym. I didn't know even the back workout from the biceps workout because I was sore the second day from everything I did. My eyebrows were very sore. I mean, everything was very sore. So I kept going with Rami maybe for like 3-4 months, and then Rami stopped. Rami is one of the 90% of the people who goes to the gym and then they stop when they are busy.
Just for kind of short-term purpose.
Exactly.
Why did not give up going to gym when your friend did?
Gym helped me in different areas of my life. First of all, it gave me a better shape. So I was studying for the last year in school for the secondary year. I was staying at home. I have two choices, either at work with my dad or at home, eating and studying. And my mother, she used to have, she's a good cook, so she always give me good food and she keeps me satisfied when I'm studying so I can stay at home. So I gained weight. So I wanted to lose this weight and to feel like I'm better. So I started going with him. I started feeling like, wow, I'm getting better and leaner. I can see this muscle. I can see that. And I didn't know actually how to work out properly. I used some guidance from some of the guys there and everything was fine. But the other thing that helped me actually is that I started becoming systematic. So like I started obliging myself to go to the gym like every day or every other day or 4 days per week. So I can have like a type of system. So I wake up, I go to workout, I come back to breakfast and I start my day. Or I finish my day and I go there, finish the day in the gym. So it helped me also to build a routine. And this helped me actually to also be let's say, to build a program for myself around it. And I became someone important. I'm having a schedule and like this. It helped, I don't know, but it gave me a good feeling at that time. Also, it helped me to build confidence. I'm considered tall somehow. So when I was going to the gym, it gave me different appearance. It gave me different like aura or different feeling for me and for the people around me. So when I was enjoying this, I didn't want it to fade out. So I wanted to even excel and feel much, much better. So I kept going. So confidence, system, and better body at that time, it really helped me and really kept me on track. Yes, I was stopping sometimes when I was traveling or when I was studying for exam or something, but then I come back. So because khalas, when you don't have exam or travel, you have to come back to gym. That was the rule actually. And it started in the year 2000, and now it's like 24 years.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
so great. It's for all people who gave up going to gym after 1 month.
Yes, some people, they give up actually because, you know, people actually, they go to the gym or they do any sports. Let's not speak only about gym. But actually people, they stop going because of two things, mainly. They either lack for knowledge, information, or motivation.
Mm-hmm.
So when you lack, you don't have the information, you don't have the know-how, actually, you have to accompany someone that they have a gym buddy who is like more experienced than you. Or maybe you hire a coach, or maybe you use some app, or maybe just join group exercise classes. That's the simplest, cheapest way nowadays. If you don't have the lack of if you have the lack of motivation, you don't have the motivation. So you either also have a gym buddy. He or she will help you to remind you, let's go to gym like this. And you surround yourself with people that have same quality.
Yeah, this is about community, right?
Exactly. Because if you are like surrounded with people who are only spending their time in restaurants, cafes, smoking shisha, or doing bad things, whatever, some unhealthy things, or just like advocating like eating and staying home or playing PlayStation. I don't say that it's wrong, but I mean, who people who are only doing this and watching like Turkish series like Sleep is laying. Some people, I spend their life watching 2 Turkish series. I mean, and like 400 episodes each. This is too much. So, so you need to surround yourself with people that really like
make you grow.
Yes, they motivate you to do the right thing.
That's right. That's right.
And also, if you don't have motivation as well, you can also, as you said, mention like you can join, set yourself accountable, by the way. This is very important thing. For example, I have some people that train with me. I tell them from day one, I send them like a sheet. This sheet have different like important things, highlights from day one. I tell them, set yourself accountable. Today, be brave. Go on social media. Place a photo of yourself. This is me today in the 1st of April. This is, let's say I'm 93 years, kilos. My weight 93 kilograms, or whatever. Or I have set a goal, because when you set a smart goal, very defined and with a certain amount of time, certain period of time. Let's say today I'm Fadi. I have, let's say, 12 kilos to lose. Within 6 months, I hired a coach that he will help me to reach this goal within like this. And I will commit and dedicate 1 hour of my day 5 times a week to reach this goal. Then you set yourself accountable. Then people are on social media, your friends, your family, your surrounding, your community will look, okay, now where is the next photo when you are going to the gym?
And they will remind you.
They will remind you.
Yeah.
Yes, they will remind you. This is a very important aspect. We are very underestimate this thing. When you set yourself accountable and when you surround yourself with people that motivates you, it will help you to motivate yourself.
This is so great because you are talking about sport, you are talking about gym, but it's also so applicable to life. Yes. It's like determination, commitment, consistency, persistence. It's all about the life.
100%.
Yes,
100%.
yes. So the lessons that you learned at gym when you started creating the structure, all of this helped you to do your business, right?
Yes.
And when you already graduated from your law school, from the college, and you started working as a lawyer and you're doing your business at the same time, it's all helped you to be fit, to be productive.
Yes. Actually, there is some quotes I really admire and I always repeat. Emotional follows physical.
Yeah, I love this quote.
Yes.
100% agree.
Exactly. And one more thing. Physical fitness help you to become mentally fit. So, when you go to the gym, when you apply all of these things, just take these rules and apply them in business.
Yeah.
you're gonna be very flexible to face any challenge or adversity.
Very good advice. Yes.
Imagine yourself in the gym, reaching. I am your coach. I'm telling you, you have to do, let's say, push-ups, 5 sets of 15.
I would die.
Okay. So let's say 5 sets of 15. You're going to do 2 sets, 3 sets. And then I will tell you, you will never stand up. I will never skip this one before you do 5 sets of 15.
Okay.
This is very important. But this is exactly what's happening in life if you want to do business. If you want to exceed in sales, I will tell you, you want to visit or to communicate with 100 clients if you want to reach 10.
Okay.
Because the conversion rate usually is like from 8 to 11, 12%. So you need to have 100 leads. You need to communicate with them properly if you want to have 10 sales. You're not going to have 10 sales before you do 100 leads. So you are obliged to do this in order to get that. Same in fitness, you are obliged to do 5 sets of 15 push-ups, even if it's hard, even if it's painful, even if it's challenging for you, even if you want to cry, maybe. But if you want to get what you want, you have to do something that you didn't do before.
Yeah.
You
Go
have to
out
do
of
what
your
it
comfort
takes.
zone.
Yes. So whenever, actually, I have something that I always tell myself. Some people tell me like, oh, are you starting your own business in Dubai? Yes. How are you going to succeed? I tell them one thing, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Are you going to lose weight? Yes. How? Whatever it takes. I'm all in. When I take a
Good.
decision, I'm all in. I burn ships.
Good.
I don't look behind. This is my goal. This is what I have to do. I have my goal. I have my plan. I have my steps. I just keep
No
doing
excuses.
it. No excuse. Anything you might have in life, except the major force, is an excuse.
Yeah. Let's talk about the major force that happened to you in Syria when
Yes.
you were working, enjoying your life in your peaks. What happened?
Yeah. Okay. When I was 29 years old, I was still in Syria, 2013. I don't count my age now, yeah. Okay. I'm 40 something, 40 now. So everything was just fine. The business that I was working on my dad on growing was growing properly. I mean, it was not scaling like this, it was scaling like this because we knew how it works. After many years of pushing and error and trial, everything went fine at that. So the business was scaling perfectly. I was hired as a legal officer for Embassy of the Philippines.
Wow.
I was the main lawyer for the embassy. I was helping, like, let's say, every single day, I was helping minimum of 50 OFWs, overseas Filipino workers in Syria. Because at that time, the war was like everywhere. And these poor workers, they were working in different places in the country. So the embassy was very concerned about their safety. So they were like taking from there, finishing their papers with their employees. And myself, I have to do the legal work to send them back home or to collect their rights from their employers. So I was sometimes at the same day, I was signing 100 powers of attorneys. 100 powers of attorneys at the same day. I even hired more experienced lawyers and asked for their help to help me because I didn't have enough staff enough time to do all of these things.
And it was already during the war, right?
Yes. It was between 2011 2013.
Mm-hmm.
So I was too busy. I was making good money. Business was doing fine. I built a company structure. So everyone was reporting at the end to me. I was trying to give my dad a good time. I didn't want him to be involved much because I need him to rest because he did a lot in his life. And I wanted him just to enjoy as much as possible at this age. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it all, but I hope I still can do it. So the war like became like everything became very dangerous around Damascus and like this, and two of my friends were kidnapped,
Oh my
and they
God.
are similar situation to me. I mean, they are sons of business people or business owners, and people were asking for some money to send back their sons, and some of them came back, some of them no. We were having like this. That was very trendy in not in Damascus, in whole Syria actually. You know, in war everything become very chaotic, so you cannot control who is who and what's happening, and there is no time to control all of this. So I felt that there is insecure situation for myself, so I had to move. I left Syria like within 24 hours.
Oh my God. So you
Yeah.
just you didn't even have time to pack.
No, I took my decision maybe 6 p.m. in the evening. Second day, 8 a.m., I was in Lebanon.
You
This
were in
story,
Lebanon.
not everyone knows actually. So that was my story. And my day one plan in 2013 was to come to UAE, but circumstances didn't allow me at that time. So I was like, I decided to stay in Lebanon. I rent an apartment, I bought furniture and like this.
How did you feel all along
Oh my
without
God.
your family, your friends, no business, no career perspectives, like no plan for future in a foreign
Actually,
country?
it was, let's say, first few months were just a nightmare. I mean, I imagine myself first day, like I was like thrown from, I don't mean it as it is, but for me, it was like this. I was just thrown from paradise to the unknown.
I can imagine.
I was just chasing in the dark. Luckily me, I have a friend there. He hosted me like for the first month. I stayed in his apartment. And again, destiny led me, not myself. It's not about me. I mean, destiny led me to him, and I stayed there. From there, I started going to practice group exercise classes to treat my mental well-being, because I was not feeling well at all.
So it was your like refugee, right?
I don't say like refugee, because refugees nowadays, they are the people legally, if you're talking about the legal, because I'm a lawyer, the term refugee is for the people who are like fleeing and asking for help as financial aid and the place where to live, to survive.
You
and
were
like this.
independent there. You
Yes,
came there by
I
your
was
choice.
independent. I had my own savings. I rented. I paid so much money for renting. I paid for my own furniture. I had spending that is enough to keep me living as with my standards. And actually, a lot of Syrians, I have to mention this because this is very misunderstanding on social media, because I'm Syrian and I have very good bonds with Lebanese, but some people on social media, they think Syrians in Lebanon were just only refugees. No, a lot of businessmen, a lot of rich men, people, I mean, went to Lebanon and invested money, bought apartments and deposit their money in the banks.
Mm-hmm.
Billions of dollars, as per my information that I'm very sure about, and then they lost it in the bank as well. Later, I will tell
it.
you.
Yeah.
So,
why was your first intention to go to the group exercises? You're in a new country, like you're lost.
yes, in Syria, group exercise was not popular at all. I was going to the gym for many years, but I didn't see people practicing group exercise. People usually go to the gym there for bodybuilding, some cardio maybe, but not group exercise. Now it's totally different. So when I went to Lebanon, I remember I wanted to subscribe to a gym. I was asking this friend, his name is Muhammad. I told him, where is the close gym here? He said, it's shopping mall close to us. And at that time, I didn't have a car. So, and the place where I stayed there is in a mountain. So I had to walk down to the gym. It's very easy. It takes you like 15 minutes, but coming up was the hardest
after
cardio
the
part.
hard training.
100%. So I went there, I was going there, I enjoyed my time actually, but then I was noticing people like there is a huge vibe with beautiful music, happy faces, sweating people, feeling satisfied and fulfilled after the class. And the instructor, he's still my friend, his name is Basim. He used to be a COO of a bank. He used to be at that time like 55 years old. He's very fit. He's shredded. You can see his veins. And all the people and the ladies, they admire him a lot. And it was like, he is very elegant. He comes with his suit and then he put on his gym gear. He teaches this and people respect him. He looks very fit and still yet he's like, he has his job and he still teaches this. And it's a good balance. I mean, I want to be like Basim when I become 60 or 55. So that was my first motivation. So I decided to be brave and go inside this class. I had no idea what's happening inside. I mean, people might laugh at me. People laughed at me.
Why?
I will tell you later. I tell you. So because I was like maybe 20 kilos extra than now, more than now, 20 kilos fat extra. I was very depressed, not depressed clinically, but I mean, not feeling myself. And I was lost. So I was eating a lot, drinking sugar
Cocktail.
drinks,
Okay.
sugary drinks, not sleeping well, not exercising. And I needed this motivation. So when I went inside, I felt like, wow, this is it. I feel much, much better than only going to the gym. And at that time, I had all the time. So I was going to the gym doing my lifting, and then I'm going to group exercise classes, enjoying with Basim. And then there was another one, which is Bassam. Bassam is a lawyer. I mean, like
you.
What? Yeah. And he was very nice and very good in communication, and he helps people, and people like him. I respect him a lot. And these two actually, they inspired me, and I'm saying hello to them. I hope they see this as well. These two, they inspired me a lot to enter this world, group exercise.
But you were 20 kilos extra.
Yes.
And you be in a different country.
Yes. So they inspired me to change my life. And that was also my motivation later to become a group exercise instructor. I will tell you about it. So I started practicing, and then I started seeing the difference, and I started posting on social media, started getting compliments from people, and that was my motivation that keeps me on track. Later on, I met a lawyer, and this lawyer was like, that was another movie actually. I met a lawyer. He's a very nice man. He used to live just beside me in the same neighborhood, and I started working with him. So I started going not in the same village. I started going to Beirut, to the capital of Lebanon. I spend my time in his law firm. I meet his clients. I do some work in the court for him, and I used to get only percentage. I don't have a salary. Anyway, so I started going to another gym there, which is bigger than the one in this village. It's a bigger branch actually. It's the same gym but different branch. It's a bigger branch. So there I was introduced to Les Mills. Les Mills is the biggest group exercise company in the world, and they are based coming from New Zealand. And that program is called Body Combat. So when I saw these people learning about martial arts, 50, 60 people at the same time, like they are fighting to get the spot. Actually, this is real. So this really inspired me, and I didn't skip any single class. What also motivated me and kept me like happy and satisfied with these classes is the community, because I started meeting different people. I am exposed now.
Yes.
I am not, I'm still a stranger. I mean, a foreigner, still a Syrian in Lebanon. That was a big challenge for me sometimes, 50% of the time. But now I'm meeting different people. So when you meet different people, when you go out and you meet people, then you have a better opportunity to do different things, or to achieve, or to win, or to make deals, or to have a business opportunity, or to be hired. So, or to also build bounds in this community, because I was like, I was a stranger, and then I started building relationships, and then I became the coach, and then I became very famous, and then I have friends and family in Lebanon. So it helped me a lot actually to become like a familiar. I'm considered like I have a very good friends and connect.
So it looks like a very good recommendation. If you are lonely, if you are lost, if you don't know what to do, you just go to a group class, you find your community, you find your people.
You find the tribe.
Yes.
Exactly.
This is so important.
If you don't have the motivation, don't just go and stand on treadmill, run on treadmill. Never. It's too boring. For sure, you will get bored and never go back.
Yes.
Just go to any group exercise classes. I recommend lessons as well. Find a good coach and build your community, because these people, they are like-minded people. They help you to stay consistent. If you build some relation with some people who are like this, there is always an energy in the first row. The first row of these gym addicts, they come before 15 minutes before the class. They set their bottle of water, their towel, and they stand here. This is my spot. Nobody can take it from me. Nobody. Or they place their step.
I will fight for it.
Yeah, I swear they fight. In the gym. So build good connection with these people and tell them, listen, I will guard your spot. They will keep asking about you when you don't come to the gym, and they will motivate you to come back.
Okay.
Always. And you will maybe you will meet different friends. Maybe you will build business with them. Maybe you will introduce yourself, or they will be introduced to your future wife, future husband.
Yes. Would you like to comment on that? How did you meet your wife?
Yes. Okay. In Lebanon in 2017, I was teaching group exercise classes in Lebanon. It was a newly opened gym, and I was actually a rising star in the Beirut in general, humbly saying. But I was doing very well. My classes were packed, and one of the ladies came to my class, and then we started like communicating, introducing each other, knowing each other, and then for the sake of destiny, I came to know that she's living in the same village where my God sent me from Damascus to this village, like out of all villages.
But you met in Beirut.
But I met her in Beirut.
Oh my God.
So then we went out for a date. We kept it secret at the beginning because we don't want the people of the gym to talk about it, because I'm the professional. I don't like, for me, it's a red line between like being professional and the personal life. And then we got engaged, and then it became very popular. And then we got married, in Lebanon in 2020.
But it's a very good advertisement, because you can not only find friends in your gym, but the love of your life.
Yes.
Even if you're a foreigner in a new country.
Yes, this is a big advice for people in UAE and people who are like traveling for work, expats. If you're not finding the love of your life, don't go to the bar. Don't go to the nightclub. Go to the gym. You're going to find healthy people. You're going to find productive people. You're going to find people with ambition, people who are working to improve themselves. And most probably you have a big chance of finding your soulmate.
Very good advice. Yeah, please guys follow. Okay. But I also know that your path of becoming the personal, the trainer was not that easy. You failed the first exams. Why didn't you give up? 3 times.
3 times.
Oh my God. Why did you give up just at what time? At the first attempt?
I had different motivations. And all of them together, they kept me going. First of all, I don't like someone to put me down. I never take this.
Are you competitive?
Very. I never take no as an answer. Never in my life. I never ever accepted.
Did your wife had a choice?
What?
Did your wife have the choice?
Even she doesn't have the choice to get any to say no, and I accept it. Never. No, at that time when I assigned myself, I started. Registered for body combat training. It was my first program, and body combat is not the easiest one. Usually, people entry level they go for body pump. But I love body combat. I took the challenge. Yes, I will do body combat. It was for me like only 3-4 months I'm doing the class. And when I was jumping on stage to shadow the instructor, he used to invite me on stage because he see me very motivated. Some people in the class, they were mocking me because I'm overweight. because I'm trying to jump, and I jumped well, but because I am still overweight and jumping, and because I'm Syrian.
Mm-hmm.
So different people, they were using this against me, like Syrian, jumping,
Overweight.
blah, 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 whatever, just to
Okay.
make anything. You know, losers, they always try to find anything to talk about
Mhm.
it. But that was my first motivation. Okay? This motivates me, doesn't let me down. I might feel like it's painful for maybe 5 minutes, and then خلاص.
You turn it off.
No, I put it behind. خلاص. These people, when they spoke about me in behind, they are behind. If you want to face me, come talk to me in person. Let's deal like a gentleman. let's solve it together. So that was my first motivation. Second motivation, a Syrian in Lebanon. I wanted to prove that Syrians, because in Lebanon, not most of the time, let's say 60% of the times, people in Lebanon, because it's a long historical issue actually, Lebanon and Syria, I don't need to discuss it, but they have 60% of them, they have negative feedback and impression about Syrians.
Kind of stereotypes, maybe.
Yes, it's a kind of stereotype that is sometimes, most of the times, between any neighborhood countries,
Yes,
it happens.
this is so common.
So Lebanese, they think that they are better than Syrians. Syrians, they think that Lebanese are selfish, and it's like this. So I wanted to show this community around me, these people, that yes, I am Syrian. maybe I look like you. Maybe I do the same things. Maybe I excel. Maybe I succeed. So your stereotype and your impression is totally wrong. So that was the second impression, and I wanted to build good relation with them. Second motivation. Third motivation, I wanted to be Basim and Bassam to help these people feel better after the class. Because in Lebanon, one of the things that really put me down is because I was feeling helpless.
Mm-hmm.
In Syria, when I used to be in Syria, I was helping my family, supporting my parents, not supporting them financially, but I didn't want them to bear anything. I want them just to enjoy life. For me, the best case scenario was I wanted to see them traveling every month to somewhere else just to enjoy life. So I wanted to to handle everything like on behalf of them. So I felt helpless. Plus, in my career as a lawyer, I was helping a lot of people. So either the overseas OFWs, the Filipino workers overseas, or the Syrians or the other clients that they were hiring me to be their lawyer. So I felt helpless because I stopped helping people. So I wanted really to fulfill my purpose, to help others.
To help others, to empower people. This is your purpose in life.
Yes. And I wanted as well to become Basim, to help another Fadi who's overweight to become Basim.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened actually because I kept working on myself, on education, in fitness and in sports. I can't count my certificates and the workshops and the trainings and the upskills I did in Lebanon actually, and online and here. But I reached the place in Les Mills where I became international trainer and presenter, and I started training the trainers, delivering education and assessing them against the standard to give them the green light to start teaching and mentoring other people.
This is a new level.
Yeah, that was my goal from day one.
Great. So you set very high goal and you achieved it.
Yes.
That's great. Okay.
It took me 5 years to move from new instructor to become that trainer who trains the trainers.
You were enjoying your life with your great career, with your community, with the work that you loved, but then you need to leave the country again. What happened?
Yes.
As soon as you feel comfortable in some country, something happens.
No, don't jinx it. I'm so happy in UAE, inshallah, for good. Okay. In Lebanon, actually, in 2019, there was a type of revolution happened there because of the economic challenges or, I don't know, political issues. Lebanon is Lebanon. So revolution, people blocking streets and road closures. Government is not working, functioning anymore. Banks stopped working for safety reasons, they said. They kept closing their doors for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they say, okay, we're going to open tomorrow. However, there is no money. I mean, that was the biggest slap on the face. I think one of the biggest in my life, because all of my savings, all of the family savings were in Lebanon.
Oh my
So
God.
it was another setback, but it was a big one actually. Because you feel more secure when you have your savings. I mean, that's
Sure.
why people
It's not
make
only
savings.
your savings,
Yeah.
the family of your savings of your family.
And not only me,
Yeah,
not only us,
yeah.
all the Lebanese people, all the
Yeah.
Syrian people, they don't have their money back. There are people are working in Africa for maybe 20 years, Lebanese people who
Oh
are
my
working,
God.
expats, still living in Africa, but they deposit their money in the Lebanese banks, and then there is no money anymore. I mean, that was the biggest bad news. So for me, I was like, because I got engaged, so I had to take the next step. I had to get married. So for me, it was like, khalas, Lebanon. I love Lebanon. Thank you, Lebanon, for everything. I have to go back to Syria.
And you came back.
I tried to come back. I worked on my profile again as a lawyer. I renewed my papers in the Bar of Association, did everything, and then started doing the market study, market research. I said, I will revive our business again because we still have the clients, we still have like this. And people were very optimistic at that time in 2019 about Syria because Syrian people خلاص got used to circumstances after work. The currency and the inflation stopped a little bit at that time. So the currency rate was accepted somehow and said, okay, it's challenging, but خلاص, let me go to Syria, to my own home country. I will get married there. I will stay beside my family and like do what I used to have as a dream again. Because the country after war could be a very good chance opportunity as well to serve the country and to make money. That's how the opinion, يعني that's how the mutual, I mean usual
Yeah, this is how
idea.
it works. Yeah.
Usually, not all the time. But I started going there, and then every week I was going back and forth to Syria, Lebanon, and then I said, okay, 2020, I'm going to China. The end of 2019, I traveled to China. I made business deals, I made orders, I started reviving my old connections, meeting old friends, talking about business. Everything was just very promising. Then went back to Syria. Went back to Lebanon. First 10 days of the year in 2020. So I spent the new year 2020 in China. I went back. After I went back, like COVID in China. China is announcing there is a new virus called COVID. Oh my God.
As soon as you got plans for your next like several steps,
Yeah.
you have them ruined again.
I had. Still, I'm talking about the past. Inshallah, nothing will happen again. So what happened is the country the Chinese people told me that they cannot fulfill my orders. They pay me back my money, or they didn't accept to take my deposit, and like this. And this happened during the Chinese New Year. So all factories were closed, business were closed. Khalas, total lockdown in China. So we were seeing like horrible videos, and we were seeing people like dying in street. I don't know, some weird thing, like everyone like very afraid. And then they started working, functioning after 4 or 5 months. In Lebanon and Syria, it was a total lockdown. Plus, because of the bank crisis in Lebanon, because the Syrian deposits, Syrian savings of most of the rich people are in Lebanon. So there was a lack of the foreign currency in Syria. So again, the inflation we scaled very high. Same in Lebanon because of the bank crisis and because of COVID. So it became impossible to import goods and make a sustainable, doable, feasible, profitable business in Syria nor Lebanon.
Did you stop your business?
I stopped that business.
Mm-hmm.
But we were locked down, so we had to do something. So again, I do what I have to do, and then the destiny will open doors for me. So I came with an idea. I was one of the very few people at the beginning who came with the idea that I go online. So I was going live with daily classes. So I built a schedule, like Monday I do this, Tuesday I do this, Thursday I do this, on weekend I
Your
do
systematic
stretching.
approach,
Yes,
as
I
usually.
did at the same time, and then I built like big audience. I had people joining. I used to have like 200, 300 people
Wow.
in the first six months. Around first 6 months, I was having like 200, 300 people live with me on Instagram attending my class. I was opening Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and different platforms, and people were watching me and doing classes with me because people were very desperate at that time. And my goal actually at that time, it was not earning money because I wasn't getting anything, but I wanted to move. I mean, when you keep moving, things happen.
And you wanted to help people again.
And I wanted to help people. That was the second reason. Because I know how it affects me, but I can help them. So I did what I did. I was going live every single day, and I used to have people from all around the world watching my classes. From Mexico, from Brazil, from USA, from Gulf, from UAE, from Turkey, from Asia. I used to have people coming from Asia, watching me from Hong Kong, from everywhere in the world. I swear, I don't even remember these countries.
Why did they like your classes?
Actually, I was authentic. I was just being myself, talking to them like I'm teaching a class, telling them and reflecting everything I do a class and connecting it to what's happening with them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, and always connecting it to resilience, to consistency, to not giving up.
So it's also it was not only about physical, but also about emotional.
No. I never teach a class only about physical. Whenever I am in the class, some people, they tell me, you say poems in the class. Yes, because because it's not, for me, fitness is not only physical, it's mental. It's very important to reflect everything you do during your workouts on your mental well-being. It will really help you to become resilient in any challenging adversity in anyone. So I was always connecting it, like to tell them, let's say one of the times they were telling, yes, you do body combat. In body combat, we are reaching the last set. In body combat, we are fighters, and fighters never give up. We have to do this till the end. Are you ready for this? Let's do this.
Wow, I'm ready already.
Yeah, this is what it just came to my mind. I mean, so, and people were like doing screenshots and like making selfies with this, sweating with their family, with their kids, with their husband, and then tagging me and everything. It was a very happy moment for me. I was feeling a moment of flow because I was feeling that I'm really helpful in this desperate situation where we were like living in the dark and knowing nothing. Is it a political issue? Is it a disease?
Economic or disease? Doesn't matter.
We don't understand what's happening, but we were like lost. So I feel it. So they feel it. So we were like, we have to be like working. We have to be working together. So we support each other at that time. So this is about Corona. After this, it came to my mind that some people, they need equipment. They were asking me, where can I get this equipment? Where can I get this? And for me, I don't find like any opportunity, just I chase it. I don't give it. So I was like, okay, I will get some equipment. I started getting some equipment from the local market in Lebanon and selling to my clients that are attending my classes online. And then I started getting some few orders from China. I made some good money. I made my living during COVID. I mean, I survived. Even without money in the bank. I mean, after I lost money in the bank, so there was a good point. I also made another deal. I bought masks from China. I lost like $10,000 at that time.
Oh my God.
Because of the time differences. Till I shipped the goods until they reach Lebanon, there is a price in inflation rate, different prices. I lost like $10,000 in COVID. That was a big hit, big slap on the face as well. But anyway, it really helped and it annoyed me a lot, but it didn't matter because I had found another way to compensate at least and to break even.
Was that the moment when you decided that you want to focus in this direction? to do more, like focus on your wellness career, on your fitness career?
I focused in Lebanon on wellness and fitness. As I told you, it started all in Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, before Lebanon, I didn't enter any group exercise classes. When I felt this vibe, when I felt I can help people, when I want to become Basim or Bassam and feel how they help others, this is where it started. This is where all it started. And then when I started big teaching and finding results on myself, I found it more, I even like it more. And then when I became on stage and found that I'm helping others, I have a bigger purpose and a bigger reason to continue. Then when I started teaching training the trainers, I took a step further. Then I got many certifications in doing personal training and like this. And I was like helping other people, individuals, to become their better selves and to achieve better goals and to become fitter physically and mentally and to excel in life. That was all. I was like touching these results with these people. So this all gave me the motivation. In Lebanon, it was only instructing people and instructing instructors to delivering education. But when I came to UAE, it took a different dimension.
Yeah, let's talk about UAE.
Yeah.
First of all, tell me, you have always wanted to start a business in UAE, right?
Yes.
Why is it so?
Since 2013, I wanted to come to UAE. Circumstances didn't allow me at that time to come to UAE. Starting with COVID, when I knew that it's impossible to do a profitable business in Syria and Lebanon, I decided to go to UAE. I waited 8 months due to COVID restrictions to get a visa and come. I kept trying and
You never give up.
Never. But I was like having headaches and feeling very bad every single day when I have news about, yes, there is a visa for Syrians. There is no visas. There is no visa for everyone. There is no airplanes. There is no flights. You know, COVID was very turbulent. It was not easy. So every country has different rules, and its rules are changing every single hour. And it was it was not easy actually. Challenging times. But I kept my eye in UAE for a reason. I used to come to UAE since I was 19, I think. So between the year 2000, 2001 till the year 2013 or 14, I was coming to UAE. And every time I come to UAE, I was coming to Dubai. I see Dubai is new. I mean, what's happening? What is this magic country? I mean, there is like a magic touch. 6 months, there is a metro. 6 months, there is Burj Khalifa. 6 months, there is, I don't know. So this country is like very fast developing, and I feel I relate because I like people with ambition. I like to surround myself with people who are talking about success, about future, about business, not talking about regrets, complaining, giving up, and talking about the history. Unfortunately, with all the respect, with all the love, in my country and in many countries around the world, they enchant, they enjoy history.
Instead of the real moment.
But they have no plans for the future. In UAE, they are very proud of history. But this is not their achievement. Their achievement is coming. They plan for the future. And that's me. I mean, this is my core value. I mean, I don't care about what happened before. What happened before is before. Khalas, it's done. I cannot look back. I cannot go back. I cannot change it. If it's good or it's bad. But what I have to guarantee is to live the moment now, enjoy it now, and guarantee that the future must be better than the past. So this is Dubai.
And also, Dubai is very business oriented, right? It's a very ambitious city.
If you are having a business, okay, if you are living in Dubai, and I'm talking to everyone now, if you are living in Dubai and you fail, it is your fault. In Dubai, nobody fails unless they are not working very hard, unless they are not surrounded by the right people. Because the atmosphere, the regulations, the laws, the support from the government in UAE is number one. in the world. If you don't succeed here, you'll never succeed anywhere. This is the land of opportunity. I tell my friends now when they talk to me, they tell me, always very optimistic. Yes, very optimistic. I'm living the Emirati dream. Yes, I'm not telling you that I have a Rolls Royce down here. No, but I'm sure that whatever you pay effort here is gonna pay off after.
Yeah, because if you fail, you can't blame government here or
they
economic situation.
They give you all the tools. You don't have to worry about politics. You don't have to worry about currency. You don't have to worry about inflation. You don't have to worry about security. We take care of you. You don't have to worry about not being respected by other people or by Emirati. Emiratis are the most humble people I have ever met. Yesterday, I didn't meet. I was having dinner with my friends and family. Yesterday, I was having dinner with my family and one of the Sheikh, he is the Minister of Tolerance and Coexistence in UAE. He came with his people. He had dinner just in the table beside me. No securities, no issues, no turbulence, no cameras and talkie-walkie and he's here and block the road and empty the restaurant. No. They are very humble and he was smiling to everyone. He's very, very, very humble. And the most important part, he achieves a lot. I mean, he's very busy. I mean, he's someone, he must be very proud of himself, yet he's too humble. Today in the gym, I met another one. I took a photo with him. I will show you later.
Okay.
Yes. So I feel myself that I have to learn to be humble because I have met all the people. I'm not talking about the royal family only. I'm talking about everyone. Everyone here is very humble. So you are very respected by everyone and they oblige you to be nice and kind with everyone around you. In UAE, there are 202 nationalities and everyone respects everyone. If you go back to their countries, maybe they will not respect you. But here, everyone respects everyone. And that's what I love about UAE. It really helped me after, in Lebanon, it was sometimes like living on tension. Sometimes when I'm meeting
expecting someone to say something.
Sometimes when I'm just with my friends, they say some bad things about Syrians.
Okay.
I digest and I swallow, I don't say anything, but I don't feel I don't feel nice about it. They say it's not about you, some other Syrians. Yeah, I know, but anyway, you said it already.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, I have many friends, I have family now in Lebanon, but this is not me because I don't have any issues with any nationalities. I am similar mentality to what they promote and what they live in UAE. So that's why I wanted to come here.
That's why you're here, and that's why you're doing your businesses here.
That's why I started my first company, my second company here. But before, I worked with 2 companies.
Okay. Can you please tell me more about what you do now?
What I do now, I have actually 2 companies. One company is for consulting.
Mm-hmm.
So consulting, I help 2 types of people. I help businesses and I help individuals. Businesses, I help gyms to start their business plan, business module, market research, finding the right location, even helping you, getting you some consultant to help you with the design, with the layout. We get you all the equipment needed for this gym to start, and even we can help you to do the training for your staff and to start the business. If you are running a business, gym business, we can help you also to excel. If you're not happy with your group exercise department, I can help you to improve it. If you're not happy with this, I can help you to improve it. So this is the gym part. Other part I do is corporate wellness. I lived in corporate in UAE and I know exactly how much is the amount of pressure people are handling every day at work.
Yes.
In corporate world. And I have the background of wellness, fitness, resilience, living in balance. And I know how important is this in corporate because I lived in corporate. I know exactly how important and how effective it is. And I worked in this domain before. So now I advocate corporate wellness. I help companies to improve the well-being of their employees by living in balance. Not only about fitness, not only about physical well-being, it's about emotional well-being, nutritional well-being, and others. So this is the consulting company, and I still have my own application, FH Fit Hub. I help people through the application to become the best version of themselves by giving them the right exercising, having challenges with the right nutrition, right recipes, and everything.
So it's again about persistence and community.
Yes.
All your
and
values.
helping others.
And helping others.
Yes. So I use my passion to fulfill my purpose.
Good.
Yes. And the other company that is complementing what I do here is a trading company. It's a company that we import and do gym supply for all gyms. So we import all the equipment, accessories, materials, and we sell these materials to gyms so they can they can install and do the setup and the layout for their new businesses or maintain their businesses.
Okay, so you can start from the very beginning to the end. It's like
Yes.
fulfilling solution. Could you please tell me why corporate wellness is so important now? Why we just don't have the happy hours with pizzas?
Happy hours with pizzas. Good question. Actually, corporate wellness now is a very trendy issue after COVID. However, it's still people talk the talk. In most of the cases, I'm not talking only about UAE, in many countries, the well-being is still handled by the HR. And the HR is still playing the role of the police officer in the company.
Yes.
And being the police officer in the company that reports everything to the boss and wait for you to make any mistake to report you or to put for you red mark on your
profile.
On your profile. And taking care of your well-being, they cannot work together. The main job of HR is to make employees' life easier. However, they always like to get their feedback from the boss. I'm talking boss, I'm not talking about leader, the boss. So when there is a boss, there is an HR that is reporting to him. He's playing the police officer. And when they are handling the well-being is in danger, and it's only talk the talk. This is number one. Number two, the pace of business in UAE is very fast. And people are spending long hours to take care of their business because they are expats. They want to achieve their dreams. They want to be stable at work. And they want also their business and their companies to be successful. So they reach sometimes to burn out without they feel. So they keep pushing till they reach some stage. Either they have a failure with their health, any health issues, which is very common, blood pressure, diabetes,
constant headaches, sleep deprivation, like everything.
Sleep problems. So this all comes and panic attacks.
Yeah.
And some people, they also commit suicide. This will lead after next level to committing suicide. So this is all because of the work pace. However, this can be regulated by adding and creating a well-being strategy. The other issue that I face nowadays when I'm talking to some companies is that they expect if they do one event only per year or every 3-4 months, that this will improve the well-being of their people. One event will not help you to improve the well-being of your people when they are under pressure for 6 months.
For sure.
It will not change anything. They will feel happy for
60 minutes?
6 days.
Okay.
But then after, khalas, they will get back to work. They forget the whole event. Plus, they might not even show up because they are fed up with their colleagues and their work atmosphere so they don't want to join their people and their peers and their colleagues again and talk again about work issues and make the same jokes and meet. And they want to go and spend time with their families. So living in balance is the key. People, companies, I highly recommend that they implement a strategy.
What is the strategy that you recommend to the company?
There is no
what
one
do you
strategy
offer?
that works for everyone.
Okay.
There is no one strategy, but every company has different characteristics, have different pain points, have different challenges when it comes to well-being and HR. So we start by asking certain questions to HR. We start by asking certain questions to people. So we gather and consolidate both together. We understand what are the common challenges from their both perspective, because they have different perspective most of the times, by the way. And then we build the strategy based on this. Sometimes the only solution is just to give them an advice. So I don't take money, just to give them advice. Promote working remotely. More than this, promote flexible work. Sometimes working hours different based on, some people are coming from very far, so give them some give them some permit to work from home sometimes when the weather is not good, when the weather is good, when they have there are different things. I mean, plus we give them sometimes some different events like fitness challenges, team building, nutritional talk, pop-up class. Like, let's say one of the clients I'm helping them now in Abu Dhabi. We give them a pop-up class. Every week, they block their calendar for 45 minutes for me. Employees, they have no idea what's happening. It's going to be a pop-up surprise. One day it's a Zumba class. One day it's a pound class. One day it's a yoga. One day it's a talk about mental. One day it's a meditation.
What is the feedback? Are they happy?
This is actually one of the best things we have ever done so far, because it's consistent. I mean, every strategy is not less than 3 months. And people are always surprised. So there is always the factor of surprising
Intrigue.
them. Exactly. So you keep them motivated and you keep them engaged. Oh, what are you doing for us this week? What's next? Well, and we keep the communication going. So we keep the spark on all the time. So this is one of the things that we can do, but there are actually possibilities are endless. We talk to companies case by case. We don't say that the company, oh, we have this package for you, we're going to give it to you. This never works, because it will be like, I'm saying grocery. It doesn't work.
I also know that you can make the life of an HR easier with your application. How is that?
Actually, what we have on our application, and I have 2 applications, one for corporate, one for individuals. Individuals is for personal training. But for corporates, we can, first of all, understand what are the trends inside the company. So what are the people preferences? We can send surveys through the application. We can give them reminders about some events, and they can book an event. We can see what type of content they are consuming and what type of aspirations they are choosing. So we can help the HR and help ourselves to support the HR to find the right solution for the company. So based on their answers, based on their feedback, based on their interaction, we can find what is the best solution, or we can create a strategy for them, or we can even fix our strategy and tailor it again to fit what are the people looking for and what do they feel that they need.
This is such a great strategy, because I'm pretty sure that wellness comprehensive strategy is the new trend for the 2024, and it's going only increase and increase.
Yes. As I told you, it's still a trend. In the right word, in the real world, still is nobody is applying this 100%.
Yeah, but if you will be the first to apply it, I mean, even for a company, it can be a good reputational story, right?
Sure. Our companies right now, especially in UAE, are really trying to improve this. So what they do, they are trying, I'm talking about leading company, not all the companies who really understand that HR is not a well-being. Well-being is not an HR. Sometimes they can be the same person, by the way. I don't generalize, this is wrong. But most of the cases, they must be 2 different people. I mean, doing 2 different functions. But they can be one. It's very normal. But companies now are having like prioritizing the well-being for different reasons. First of all, they retain their talents, because losing talent, finding another talent, losing time to do that, paying for that is a costly process. Number 2, attracting new talents. When you have some package with certain and clear strategy, not an event, clear strategy for well-being, with the bundle or package of benefits, people are attracted to work for you. People nowadays are not only attracted to salary.
Yes.
They are attracted to their peace of mind. They
now
are attracted
we are
to the
spoiled.
company culture. Company culture is very important. Nobody is really nowadays thinking only about money. They need to understand. Sometimes people talk to me, do you know this company? We saw that you interact with them. How do they deal with their employees? How do the company reputation and the company culture that is reflecting the company reputation is a very big thing now. People are asking before they get hired. So you attract new talents. So first, you retain your talent. Second, you attract new talents. Third, you minimize your insurance premium costs. Because people, when they are active, they are healthier. They visit the doctor less. So they don't add insurance premium cost for the next year when you renew their insurance. Fourth, increasing productivity. Because people, when they are healthy, when they are happy at work, they come to work. They don't find it's a punishment.
Yeah.
They say it's Monday. No, it's Monday. We're happy.
Yes. And
So-
we have the pop-up class on Monday.
Exactly. So they come, they find a purpose to come. And we give them a purpose, and you make them feel that they matter to you, and you give them your maximum and help them to be happy at work. They will make sure that you are happy with their productivity, and they will feel that they relate. This is their company. So these are few benefits of the things that are really important for companies. That's why in UAE, fortunately, UAE is always leading in everything. So now in UAE, a lot of companies that are working to be leaders in well-being, to take care of their well-being strategies. Even they take baby steps, but they started already. In some countries, they don't even care about it.
Well, other countries will follow the example of UAE very soon.
As usual.
Yes, as usual.
As usual. Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, your values, your view, your strategy. I think it was like very, very useful for everybody who've been listening to this podcast, who've been watching this podcast. I just have a very last question for you. What could you recommend to somebody who is seeking motivation, the purpose, and feels a little bit down? Where should they start with?
First of all, you have to stand with what and why. So what do you want to become? What is your goal? Or what do you want to achieve? And why? Why it's so important for you, and why did you choose this goal? From there, you're going to start finding your first shot of motivation. Then you need to set your goal, the SMART goal. Google what is SMART goal. Because it must be specific, it must be attainable, it must be relative, it must be time-bound. So let's say, and achievable as well. So let's say, I want to lose 10 kilos of fat within 6 months. I will hire a coach to help me. And I will dedicate 1 hour of my time for 6 months.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a SMART goal.
Yeah.
So in any goal, I'm talking about fitness because this is the easiest example that came to my mind. But in anything in life, if you're starting a company, if you want to build a body, if you want to compete, if you want to get married, if whatever you want to do, you need to set this goal. And then once you start the process, the results will give you the motivation to keep going. Because with motivation, you can start, but with consistency, you can finish.
That's right. Thank you so much. I'm 100% sure that you will achieve all the goals you have because you are on a good mission.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I thank you. I appreciate it.